Hey guys, we are in the process of starting up a new brewery. So out here at Noble Park, we've got a lot of construction going on, and we've also acquired a warehouse behind the KegLand factory where the new Black Match Brewery is going to be located. So part of this is we want to make sure that we're designing it with the most innovative and versatile tanks we can possibly get. So we have come up with this new design, which we call the TeleTanks. So now TeleTanks are designed to be a type of tank which you can move around, you can stack the tanks on each other, and also transport them from place to place as well. So you can fill them up full of beer, and because of the dimple jacket and 50 mil polyurethane insulation jacket, these will stay cold for ages. You can even take them to a festival and dispense at that festival if you really wanted to. Now we are going to use these tanks for a range of different beverages, RTDs, and also beers. But we're going to be using these also even as yeast drinks as well. So let me take you through all the features and I'll show you why these tanks are innovative and how they might be able to help your brewery do more with a small space. So we've got two different tank types at the moment. We've got these 150 degree cones. So these would make really good bright tanks. The 150 degree cone means they'll drain out completely, but they're not exactly going to collect yeast that well. Now, these are made in three different sizes. We've got the 250 litre, the 500 litre, and also the 1000 litre. And also for some of you guys who want to use these as fermenters, we've got a slightly different tank design where it has a 90 degree cone, so the yeast will actually flow down into the bottom of the cone. Now with the fermenters, we make them slightly larger. Fermenters generally have a little bit more headspace, and also because of the losses, we wanted people to be able to get that ferment a whole lot of beer, for instance, and then be able to transfer into one of these bright tanks. That's why these have a slightly smaller volume. So for the 90 degree cone ones, they come in the 1200 litre, the 600 litre, and then the smallest is the 300 litre. Now, if you guys are going to use these as a yeast brink or a mixing tank, we also have this mixer attachment. So you'll see a lot of other tanks where they've got mixers in place, but where this differs and where this is able to use as a yeast brink is because we have a pressurisable coupling here. So this pressurisable coupling means we've got a rod coming all the way down here onto an impeller, which is sitting in the tank. So you've got all of that 700 watts worth of power, basically spinning that around and blending what's in the tank or mixing it up. Now, of course, if you're just doing yeast, you probably want to tone down the RPM a little bit, which is why we've also got a VFD drive, which also comes with motor assembly. So you can either mount that to the wall or you can mount it onto the unit if you really wanted to. It's up to you. Now, because these have a 1 metre by 1.2 metre footprint, they're same as an IBC tank. So that's a relatively big platform to sit on, making them fairly stable on level ground. With that said, if you guys are stacking them quite high, what I would say is use our wall-mounted bracket system. So there's two ways you can do that. You basically got this frame here and these little eye holes here. Now, we've got a bracket which basically goes in from this side and bolts onto the wall. The other thing you can do is use our locking pins to lock these together. So we've got locking pins that go in here, which will lock tank to tank. And then thirdly, the other thing you can do is lock the tank sideways. So I've got bolts which go in this way. And as you can see, this slot in here and here will allow me to put a bolt in this way, bolting the vertical parts of the frame together. So then you can have a whole lot of tanks in an array, easily stack them together, put the pins in to lock them in place, and away you go. Now, with regards to the fittings, you've got this CIP spray arm. This is connected to the pressure and vacuum relief valve. It's also got a liquid fill diaphragm gauge as well. So because it's a diaphragm gauge, it's a little bit more sanitary. This arm then goes up to the neck of the tank like this, and then you can see this has a CIP spray ball which is attached internally in the tank like that. It's also removable by 1.5 inch TC. Now, on the larger tanks that have a manway, so you can see this larger tank, so as we go to the really tall ones like the 1000 litre or larger, these start to get too high for a top manway. So what we do is we put the CIP spray arm into a 4 inch TC on top of the tank like that. Now, with respect to the valves on the front of the tank, you can see here we've got a thermo well already, so there's a 1.5 inch TC, 1.5 inch TC for the beer tap. You can also put like a sampling tap as well if you want one of the pigtails. Another spare 1.5 inch TC, and then we've also got a 2 inch TC. Now, the reason for the 2 inch TC is we also sell a product called a Warming Wizard wand. So this is the Warming Wizard. Now, this one can apply a couple thousand watts worth of heat. So we've got lower power ones down to I think 150 watt going by memory, or 300 watt or something like that. But basically you can put this into the tank and then keep it warm. So if you're making a product which needs to be heated to do something, or for instance, let's say you're just got a very slow fermentation process in one of the fermenters, you need to sort of warm it up a bit, then that is a good idea. Now, that's especially the case as the tanks get smaller. Some of the larger tanks, if you know about fermentation, will generate enough heat to keep themselves warm, but as the surface area to volume ratio decreases, then you'll find that some of these tanks need a little bit of help in winter just to stay warm. Even though they've got excellent insulation, you will find that a heating element will be necessary. Now, as these tanks are 2-bar pressure-rated, you can also carbonate and dispense directly from the tank, which is why we put these NukaTap FCs directly on the tank there, like you can see. We've also got them all work cover approved in Australia, so no matter where you are, we can ship them out you in Australia, and then you can use them straight away without any additional paperwork approvals. Now, I accidentally hit that tank pretty hard, but luckily, as you can see, all the valves and valuable parts of the tank are protected by this external frame. So irrespective if you're picking up the tank from the front or even from the sides, the backrest will never bash into any of the valuable parts on the outside of the tank. Now, if you guys have any friends starting a brewery or already own a brewery, please forward them our channel and get them to subscribe, because we're making a whole lot of cool new brewery hardware, which is going to suit them really well, and it's going to be a focus for us over the next 6 months. As always, go down to the bottom of the video, hit subscribe now, and sign up to our Facebook Homebrew community group as well. All right, see you next time. Bye. Oh, tank beer. Nothing fresher than that.